My favorite question to ask, even on the discovery call, I love this as a discovery call question, is like, if you had a magic wand to solve one thing in your job, what would it be? It's really open-ended, and I think a lot of times ICs are really bogged down by operational or interpersonal challenges that really get in the way of doing their actual job. So as a new leader, if you can come in and ask some questions that help you see where you can have some quick wins, can you help someone unblock something quickly or solve a really like complex interpersonal challenge that they have with another teammate? Like that can help you develop trust and help the team be productive much more quickly.
Whenever, like, a team member is out, especially on, like, extended, parental leave or something, and
Mhm.
I have to sub in and do stuff, and I'm like, "This is what you deal with? You need to be telling me about this because we need to, like, work through these." So, yeah, creating a communication and trust that they can just come and be like and you give them the opportunity to say that is awesome so that you can actually help fix some of those operational inefficiencies.
Yeah, and it's not like the listening tour shouldn't end when you once you're, like, in the role, like, you should continue to do this as a leader, so you're continuing to understand, like, what are those things that you can help reduce friction on.
You mentioned a lot about the versatility of skills that you acquired through your career building that, I'll call it Swiss Army knife skill set, right? So the question I have for you is like, is there anything that happened maybe early in your life, or it was a part of the opportunities that were just coming your way, and you just said, "Hey, I want to try." I was just like you said, it was a curiosity around that. And my second question on this one is like, is this really impacting how you manage the team? How are you leading the team towards solution or best option to choose from?
Yeah, I think when I was talking to Lizzie early on, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm kind of like a Swiss Army knife," and it like sounds cool because you're bringing it like on a trip, and you need to like open, a bottle of wine like on in the
Yeah.
forest or something. Like, yeah, it's totally like what you need. So yes, I think it's a good analogy for my skill set, but I sometimes wonder, would I rather be like a beautiful Japanese chef's knife or something that's like really highly suited to the task? But essentially, I think it's true. Like I have a lot of skills that are like I can come in and like kind of understand how to solve something and use the tools that I have to work through the problem. I do think I've always kind of been this way. Like, I have a new hobby. I just got into the sport of orienteering and adventure racing or navigation racing, and it's basically running, like, between locations with a compass and a map.
Where do you do this?
So there are events that are happening all over, and I go my son is 9, and so he's on my team, and we go and, do
Oh,
it
that's awesome.
together. My husband does it as well. I think that kind of, like, just trying something and, like, learning a new skill set is really, like, it's more than just my work is what I'm saying. There's a lot of new things that we're trying that are it's kind of a part of who I am.
Yeah.
And then I think the question about leading a team, the way that I would say it shows up in how I lead the team and think about how we work together as a team is first the thing you already said, like, I tend to hire, like, a pretty diverse set of people and a diverse set of perspectives. Like, I really welcome that, like, you come, "Oh, you don't have that in your background," or, "You bring this thing and you bring this thing." I also think that it's about pushing people not to make assumptions with how we should solve problems. So a lot of times people tend to kind of think like, "Oh, you just like start with the solution or you just assume we're going to do it a certain way." Instead of saying like, "Well, what are you trying to do? What's the why? And then how might you solve it a different way? And what tools would you need to solve it a different way based on whatever constraints there might be."
It sounds like you kind of build a team that's also a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So
have
it is impacting how the team is behaving,
yeah,
right?